what we're going to do now is we're gonna add the buttons here. Basically, we'll have a menu button. When you click on it, the two other buttons appear. One is to add and the other one is to delete. So we'll start it off by creating a container here. I think I'll call it btn container. That's where all our buttons are going to be. For our buttons, create them as spans. I think I'll call this one, the first one, menu button. Menu button like that. Alright, span. I think inside I'll have an icon. I'll call it to be a home font or some, use the bars. Right, so if you come here, that is what we have. And to style it, I think we just copy that. Do I even need a, yeah. Anyway, let's say the background color, you know what, let's start the position, absolute, right, I want it to be absolute. Let's say width, how much width do I think it should have? Maybe let's do 80 pixels. I think 80 pixels would be nice, and then a height of I think 60 pixels. 60 pixels, and what to say is border radius. I will make it 50%, right? 50%. Oh, you know, you can't really see. Let's say color, let's give it a white color, right? And then the background color, let's say it's have it somewhere here. Say 03. Is it 03? 03 A9 and F4. F4, right? So there's the background color. That's what we have. So with height, let's say text align center. Let me just see here. Okay, so then we give it a block display block. That should sort it out. It still looks very funny. Alright, let's give it a padding top of 20 pixels, and let's increase the font size to, let's say, 2 EM. Okay, there we go. It's much better. It's more circular now. Say margin left. What is my going? Margin left. Say 150 pixels. So basically, I want it to be centered. Let's refresh that. Does that look centered? Yeah, looks centered. Looks centered, and so I want it to almost look like it's floating on that guy there. So we'll give it a margin top of -10 pixels. I think that will still, 20 pixels maybe. Yeah, that looks much better. Right, so we'll create other buttons. I think we'll need one button for adding, right? Let's call it add button, right? And I think I'll give it a icon of plus. We have another button, it's called delete button. We'll give it trash. Right, cool bananas, they are both there. So what we'll do is we'll just duplicate this class. Yes, the styles basically. Then we have an add and delete. delete class there. And I think what we'll do is we'll just change the background colors. Start off the background colors there for the add. Let's see, one that green. Maybe we use that green. Should have created CSS variables. There he is. Right, so I think with the add, we want that. Everything else is still the same. Now for the delete button, we want it to be a red-ish. So what we have is F44336, because I just know colors like that. Right, so you can see that the red is on top. I want the red to be on top, so we'll take the menu guy and drop him last. So now the menu, obviously it should make sense to you that because they are all absolutes, the last item comes on top of the first item like that. Same way that these buttons are on top of the to-do list. Right, so what we want now, then we're gonna start doing our some JavaScript now, is when we click on, wait, why are you no longer, okay, you know what, so what I think we shall do to all these buttons, I'll just add the cursor there, the cursor pointer, just copy that, right, so that it will simulate a clickable event. There we go. So you want when you click on it, the other guys basically appear, right? So what we'll do, I think I'll add a class, and we'll call that class move basically. So what we want is, so let me say for example, delete when, now let's, yeah, with the delete, when we add the move class to it, we want the margin left to be let me say 350 pixels maybe. Let's start with 350 pixels, and I think everything else should be fine. Yeah, I think everything else should be fine for now. So basically when we click here, we want the delete button to move that side. So it's the same go with the add button. The add button, when we move it, I think what we want is that the margin left to be, let's say we want the margin left to be 0. That should work. Alright, so we want all that when this when the menu button is clicked, right? So we'll go there into our app.js for this one. So the first thing we'll do is that we will add the menu button, right? Okay, let's const. Obviously, before we come here, you have to know some JavaScript. Let's call it menu button equals to document dot query selector. Yeah, query selector. And who is it that you're wanting to select? We want the menu button, right? I know I copy a lot. I'm a lazy programmer. So we'll do the same with the add button and the delete button. We'll just select them. Sorry. So the add button is there. Delete button. Delete button. Alright, cool. Sweet. So that's what we are having right now. So you know what? I'll just create a segment here. Or should I say a piece here, and then I'll call it UI section, right? So this basically this section here to be dealing with the UI menu, right? So what we want is we say menu button, right? We add the event listener. event listener, which event we want. Basically, when it's clicked, what do we want to happen? There we go. So we need to basically say that our add button, right? Should call it add button. Yeah. So we need to add a class to it, right? We say class list, right? In the class list, we want to add a new class. What we call that class? We call it move, right? And then we say now the delete button. Also in the class list, we want to add move, right? Like that. Okay, nothing happened. That is because we did not include our JavaScript, right? So we say script with source and app.js. I just need that. Man, oh, what seems to be the problem? Just that took time. Event listener is not a function. Add event. Someone help me out. Event that okay, there we go. Did not spell it correctly. Right. Now it is gone. As you can now see, that when I click on it, the two appear like that. When I click on it, the two appear like that, right? They appear like that. So basically, next time what we're gonna do is when we click on it, basically want them to slide. We don't just want them to pop up like that.